Approximately 12 billion minions die in League of Legends every day, which means every 7 seconds, 1 million minions are killed. Do you guys know how after a game ends, everyone gets frozen and you can't move? Well, a long time ago, you used to actually be able to cleanse that freeze and you could walk wherever you wanted to after the game was done. There's a school in Korea that decided to put esports in their curriculum for students to learn. The book talks about what skills are and discusses each of their roles as well. Some of the actual text in the book translates to, it's hard for Garen to approach an enemy champion. Summoner spells must be used wisely. Vladimir's skill cooldown time is shortened drastically per skill level. Buying CDR items will ultimately be the most effective build. This is some top-notch advice. Also, League isn't the only game included in here. It also includes PUBG, StarCraft, FIFA, and more. Anyways, welcome to VGHS, I guess. In Korea, you have to enlist in the army at a certain age, but Faker was exempt from this until the age of 30 because of a new South Korean bill for significant people. This bill is specifically for people who have made significant contributions to Korea's global image through pop culture or esports, such as the K-pop group BTS and of course Faker. In other words, Faker is literally a legend. Did you know that Riot was going to create a short film about Garen and Katarina, but it was eventually canceled? Riot said that a large reason for cutting the film short was wanting to focus on developing the plot of Demacia and Noxus. And even though they never officially said it, the entrance of Silas almost definitely had something to do with it. What was also interesting about this film is that the target audience Riot was going for was ages 18 to 30, which is a much older age group than its typical target demographic. Honestly, I don't know what's more impressive, the fact that this dude got Grandmaster from playing on a trackpad, or that he got it from playing on a MacBook Air. Nevertheless, the fact that he did both at the same time is pretty insane. Not too long ago, the Killer Ray created a new custom map called Bilgewater Rift, and it looks insane. There's just so much detail in this map, and the fact that somebody can do all of this on their own is pretty ridiculous. The team at Worlds who had the highest win rate in Season 11 was PSG Talon from the PCS region, and they had an insane 81.5% win rate out of 81 games played. Right behind them was Damwon Gaming Kia, who had a 75% win rate with 136 games played, which is honestly just, if not more impressive, since they played so many in one of the hardest regions. When Hullbreaker was first released, the cannon minion had a hat on him, but it was later removed when it was officially added into the game. I have no idea why they got rid of this. Riot definitely needs to bring this thing back. It took this guy over a year, but this dude hit his goal of getting 69,420 blue essence. And don't ask me why it sounds like there's a cat dying. The heal on Aram is actually coded as one of the original League of Legends minions, but you can only see it for a brief second. This person somehow managed to get League of Legends playing on their Nokia 1220. It may be a bit sketchy, but honestly, it's just impressive that it's even working in the first place. This is what I imagine my ADC screens looking like in my ranked games. Here's a clip of Thresh hooking onto a Kayn and then Kayn somehow ulting him across the map, and surprisingly enough, this isn't the first time I've seen this interaction. Did you know that there's a League of Legends board game called Mechs vs Minions? It was released in 2016 and the goal is to upgrade your mechs to fight the minions. I believe they even have a website where you can play it online. The video with the most views on the League of Legends YouTube channel is KDA Popstars with 464 million views. That is honestly insane, and it's still getting 7,000 views per hour. So barely anyone knows this, but one of the first videos I posted on this channel was of me overlapping the audio from Sona's Champion Spotlight and matching it with Seraphine Spotlight. And honestly, it worked surprisingly well. If you want to listen to it or watch it, I'll leave a link somewhere.
Aura that stays on until 3 seconds after she casts a new ability.
The new reworked Udyr is slowly coming together, and the other day Riot even updated us with some more news. What's also interesting is that the wrap around his hands is actually Lee Sin's head wrap given to him by Lee, and it looks like Udyr's now going to use it as hand wraps. And here's some more images that's starting to look like an avatar Udyr. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, please make sure to poke that sub button. It means so much to me. Thanks, guys. And of course, Puppy. Test dummies have an arrow at the bottom of them which point in the direction they're facing. Also, they all have Teemo hats. Here's a clip back when Ultimate Spellbook was still going on of Yuumi with a Cho'Gath ult and backing with a huge desk. This is Griffin, who is the youngest player to hit Challenger at only 13 years old. And then there's me at age 24, still sitting in gold. Feels good, man. This is a sad story. There's an LPL fan that brought a photo of her boyfriend to watch the RNG EDG series because he sadly passed away from cancer in 2020. Rest in peace, man. The first champion that's going to be released next year was leaked as an ADC centered around electricity. Getting League of Legends off the ground and play testing it was a rough experience all around. Sometimes there were even bugs when your character would just fall over and die for no reason.
You would have these giant bugs where just characters would fall over dead sometimes.
It was a flat plane with no bottom, clear glass bottom forever. No environment, nothing.
We didn't even have a concept of brush at the time. We would just run up the lanes and smack each other with their abilities.
It's believed that League of Legends is based off the same engine used for big rigs over-the-road racing. And here's a photo proving that theory even further where they added the map into the game. It also so happens that Sergey Titov, who originally worked on big rigs back in the day, eventually started working for Riot Games, so coincidence? The world may never know. Out of 157 champions in the game, only one of them is a mother. Can you guess who? It's Rek'Sai, the best mother around. Additionally, there are only 5 dads in the game too: Azir, Darius, Udyr, Malphite, and Caston. And before you ask, I didn't include Maokai in his saplings because he's not really a father. There was a story a while back about a Teemo player with 7 million mastery points named Long and Pro. It was said that this guy played Teemo every match because his girlfriend passed away and it was her favorite champion. It was also said that he bought GA every game because it kept you from dying in Leandries because of the tier. However, it was later found to be a rumor created by a few online blogs. It just turns out he was a Teemo one trick. Here's a short list of some code names Riot used during some of the champions development phase. My favorite has to be Blob and Bard. I can just feel the creativity. When Volibear ults a turret, you can see a faint black line on where the turret will target next as soon as it's no longer disabled. Here's a clip of Sion turning into a pillar and then playing as a pillar, because why not? Mario Toast came to the conclusion after doing a lot of math that you can have a maximum of 150 Draven faces on your screen in League of Legends. In order to make this happen, you'd need to be playing One for All and everyone would have to be playing Draven. On top of that, everyone would have to have Draven wards and everyone would have to assist in killing a Draven for the kill feed tab. On top of all that, you'd then have to hit tab to see all the players and also left click the Draven for their icon. Thanks for your hard work, Mario Toast. The new Victoria skin was just announced for those who hit gold or higher on solo queue or flex, and it looks like it's going to be Victoria's Blitzcrank. The biggest thing to note here is honestly the fact that this time around the solo duo skins and the flex skins are different for platinum and higher. It's not a huge change, but it's there. Also, there has to be some irony for the fact that the average Blitzcrank main is silver 2, which is one of the lowest average ranks for champions. But I believe in you guys still got about 2 months left to grind. Also, the new Riot client just got released. Let me know what you think about these updates in the comments. Riot used to rate each champion's difficulty on a scale from 1 to 10. According to Riot, the most difficult champions back then scoring a 10 were Cassiopeia, Yasuo, Anivia, Rumble, and Eve. The easiest listed at a 1 were Morgana and Misfortune. This is what League of Legends would look like if you played it in third person. A long time ago, there used to be something called League Judgments, which was where players could help decide whether or not characters from the lore were suitable enough to be added to the actual game. However, Riot eventually removed it because people didn't seem to care much about the lore back then. For those who don't know, Riot actually has a full interactive map of Runeterra on their website, and it's actually pretty cool. It really helps you visualize the entire Runeterra world, and it helps you understand the lore a bit better too. You can even click on different parts of it and it'll describe different and significant events that took place there. I can easily see something like this being used for future League MMO games. I guess I'm not surprised, but 38% of you, which was by far the majority, said that having a feeding ADC is the worst out of all the lanes, jungler being the second. This dude loved Sun Goddess Karma so much that he went in and made his own unique effects for it. It's pretty crazy if you ask me. This guy stole Dragon with just his voice. He uses his voice to control the abilities and also has a limited use of his right hand, so he moves around using a USB touchpad of all things. Ridiculously impressive.
3, 6,
before.
Here's a clip of the official League of Legends trailer released back in 2009.
Some have grace, and some have strength.
On top of all that, back then at the very beginning, they had a spinning wheel champ select, but they quickly realized that this would just be impossible with 40 plus champions at the time. Can you imagine what it would have been like with 157? According to Mark Cadrell, Riot paid for the LCK to fly on a $23,000 an hour plane to Iceland, which by the way is a 15-hour flight. That means it cost Riot $345,000 for them to fly the LCK out. That's at least the cost of 2 or 3 ultimate skins right there. If you click the X button in the top right corner and hit exit, your client will close. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to send any useless facts you got to outsidejokelol@gmail.com. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.